Next video we're going to be doing today is wiring up a remote start-stop. Why a customer might want to do that is for possibly safety purposes. The remote site might be operated remotely from a control room, from remote SCADA, from an operator that works at a site remotely, and he wants to be able to turn that pump on and turn that pump off in case maybe something happened in the pumping station or something happened in the chemical room, and he wants to stop the pump. So in this situation here, let's say we're dealing with a Watson-Marlow case drive pump. We would first want to take out the NEMA module, so you would stop the pump. Then you would take off your NEMA module. For video purposes, I've already taken this off. I just have one screw left. Note that the screws are captive, or not captive, so they will fall out. So you might want to just manually go and grab the screw or tip it out so that it's not going to fall on the floor. After that, you expose your NEMA module. In case you're new to Watson-Marlow product line, this is what we call our NEMA module. It's a gasketed electrical case in the back of the pump that allows you to get access to wiring up your control settings and stuff, your inputs and outputs. But once it's back on and screwed on with your 6 screws, the gasket here is sealed to the housing, and now it is NEMA 4X rated, IP66. You can wash it down with a garden hose, wipe it down, and nothing's going to happen. So the pump is in the off position, and as you can see, this is our NEMA module. Right now I currently have on the J9, I have a leak detector wired. On the J5, I have the analog control wired. And what I'm looking for now is the run stop. Yep, auto manual. Nope. Where are we? Run stop. This is the junction button, or the terminal switch you're going to be doing. When you're running the run stop, you would give it a 0 signal and a stop signal. A stop and a run signal, and that would be done by contact closure. So let's go about wiring the switch. For demonstration purposes, I'm going to be just using a contact closure switch. So, as I mentioned, J4, which is here, which is the remote start-stop, the switch is engaged with the IP and the +5 volts of the terminal box, and so the IP is the black wire, which would be inserted like this. Mind my fingers. And then the stop IP, and then the +5 IP would go to the red wire, which is the switch that does the remote start stop. There. So after you're done wiring it up, double check your connections are tight. Then you would reinstall take your wire through the back of the gland here, in here, and take out your remote wire it up to your SCADA DCS panel, and then you would go and program the pump. So now that we have the remote start-stop switch wired, we would turn our pump back on, and I could press start or stop in this case, run the pump in manual mode. I'm going to do some work, and then I press enter. And now if I start my pump, turn up the speed, in this case mils per minute, I'm in volume, and let's set her at 1,000 mils roughly. So if you notice here, the rotor is turning. I have a switch engaged. It could be through your SCADA system, but for demonstration purposes, I'm using this switch. And if I switch the switch off, you'll say on the display it says remote stop. And as you can tell by the rotor, it is not running. When the SCADA guy is ready, or the panel guy is ready to turn the pump back on, he turns the switch, the pump turns back on again. So, for safety reasons, some people like to use the remote start-stop. But that's how you program it, that's how you use it. Have a good day.